All right, let's get our chairs out. Starting with us right here. And keeping my eye on everybody else. See, look at me, I'm starting with my water. Trying to set that example. Do as I say, not as I do. All right, we're sitting up tall in our chair. I want you all to feel your feet on the ground. You're not sitting back against your chair. You're using your abdominals to hold you nice and tall. Keeping the shoulders down and back, right? And just sit here for a few seconds, working on that breathing. Push out on your belly as you breathe in. Exhale. You want to really feel that air working all the way up through your lungs and out. Breathe in nice and deep. Exhale. Use the force of that belly to get the air out of your lungs. Nice and deep. Settling those shoulders down, right? Trying to get some of that stress out of your body. Breathe out. Just gently let that head low a little bit, side to side, trying to get the neck to loosen up. Just ever so slightly. Bend it side to side. Roll that chin down to your chest, stretching out the back of your neck. And roll the head over so that the right ear sets on the right shoulder as much as possible. When I feel it, I feel like my ear is like right on top of my shoulder, and then I look up and I see my reflection and it's like so far away. Roll the chin down to your chest, trying to get that chin onto your chest breastbone. And then roll it all the way back over to the left side. Get that left ear onto the left shoulder. I don't know what this is, but I'm trying to get rid of it. Okay, we're back. Feel it stretch from the base of your skull all the way down to your ear, top of your shoulder. And work that breathing, right? You're feeling some tension there. Just try and breathe it out. Exhale. All right, bring that head back to center. Now I'm going to have you just rest those arms on your thighs and take your head looking over your right shoulder. Try and look as far behind you as you can. Now you're going to feel it rotate from the ear, base of your ear all the way to the top of your shoulder. So you're working that trapezius muscle, trying to stretch it out. Check the posture. Are you rolling forward to feel this, or are your shoulders right over your hips? And roll it back the other way. Look over your left shoulder. Just the neck is all we want to turn right now. Big breath in, blow it out, and bring that head back to center. Use our arms now. We're going to bring our arms up over the top of your head. Big breath in. Feel those shoulders pull away from your hips. Your ribs pull away from your hips. Big breath. Exhale, come down. We're going to do a great big hug. Right arm on the bottom. Reach around, hug your shoulder blades. And from here, I'm going to have you roll your back forward. So you get a nice rounded back, pulling those shoulder blades away from your spine. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, roll yourself up, and bring those arms all the way up over the top of your head again. Reach for the ceiling, open up those fingers nice and wide, elbows next to your ears. Exhale, come down, left arm on the bottom, right arm on the top, big hug. Roll that chest forward, arching that back, getting that big stretch through the ribs, through the shoulder blades. And come on back up, stack the shoulders, reaching up. We're going to move it over to the whole waist. Bring the waist over, the arms over to the right. Keep that left side of your butt cheek on the chair. Give me that nice big stretch up. Breathing in, breathing out. And back to center and come on down. Roll the shoulders, give them a little bit of a break. Breath in, arms up. Here we go, rotate over to that left side. Gotta be even. Keep that right butt cheek and right leg firmly planted on the ground. You just wanna open up that whole right side, getting that big reach. Big breath in. Come on back. All right, this time we're gonna work into that rotation. Breathing in, breathing out, rotate to that right. Grab that chair or back of your chair and give yourself a good turn through that waist. So you're turning around your spine, right? You're not bending forward, you're turning around your spine. Feeling that low back stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. And bring it back to center. One more time, the other side. Breathe up, reach up. Rotate, bring it around to that left side. You're posting your knees, so don't let that knee pull in. Rotate your shoulders backwards, get as much planar rotation as you can through your spine. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Exhale, come back to center. All right, this time we're going to do a few modified cat-cows. So we're going to roll forward, bring your head down, stretch the lower back, and arch your chest forward, opening up your chest. Round the back. Arch it forward, bringing it up, pushing your chest open. And then thread your arms right on the inside of your legs, bending from that lower back. You're hinging at your low back, your sacrum. So you're getting a nice stretch through your spine. Your head's actually pulling out and away. And then we're going to roll down, let that head lull a little bit. Trying to get as much flexibility on that low back as you can get. We're pushing out gently on the inner thigh, so we get a little bit of a stretch on those hips. Breathing in, breathing out, and roll your back all the way up, stacking one vertebrae right on top of the other. Excellent. I'm going to have you stick out that left leg. Point your toes up. Keep that knee straight, right? So not bending it. If you're feeling a stretch on the back of your leg just by sitting up straight, that's fine. We're just going to let that knee be straight, stretch out the back of the hamstring. You can lean on your right leg and then reach as far down as you can, right? So each person's individual. I want you to reach. Each exhalation, you're trying to relax into that hamstring. We need to be on the edge of your seat. Bringing that chest down. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep those toes pointed up. Breathe in, breathe out. Try and feel that the back of your leg get relaxed and stretch, elongate those muscles. And then push yourself up with your right side, pull that leg in. We're going to do the right side. Extend that right leg, lean on your left, toes pointed up, and reach as far down as you can. Each exhalation, you're trying to relax into that stretch. Knee needs to be straight. One more deep breath in, blow it out. Use your left side, push yourself up, pull that leg underneath. One more stretch on the chair. We're gonna roll around. I roll to my left. You know what we're doing, we're sticking that right leg behind us. Now I want those toes to be out behind you and your top of your foot's on the ground, right? And if this is already a stretch, then you're gonna stay here. If you want more stretch, use your left leg and gently push yourself forward. We're stretching out that whole front side from the top of your hip bone, down over your hip, down your front of your thigh, and then into your shin and ankle. This is a big stretch for that front side. We don't do a lot of front side stretching, so let's really work on trying to get those shoulders right over your hips. Eventually we'll get there. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more deep breath. And bend forward. Pull that leg through. And twist it around to the other side. Kick the leg back, bending at the waist. Push yourself up. Remember, not both sides are the same. One side's tighter than the other. Usually you favor one side. Check back and make sure that foot's not sickling in. Mine always kind of curls in, so I have to be careful. Breathing nice and deep from that belly. Lots of air, blowing it out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more nice deep breath. Relax that muscle, bend forward, pull that leg through. All right. Let's power up on those legs, pushing down on the ground. I'm gonna move that chair a little bit out of the way. Standing up on your feet. Right, I'm gonna have you have a big breath, come on up. I want you to be as tall as you can. Get the crown of your head to that ceiling. You're reaching up with your arms to the sides, and those feet are nice and planted in the ground. Exhale, arms down. One more time, up. Nice and tall. And bring them down. I like that stretch, it's simple. Up, reaching. Here we're gonna do our side stretch, so we're gonna bring our arms over to the side. So we're keeping the feet on the ground, stretching through that left hip, through the lungs. And come back to the center. We're gonna throw in a forward fold here, so if you wanna use your chair, have it right out in front of you. So nice long, right? We're gonna forward fold. If you want chair, the chair is there. If you want to go to the ground with a block or your can, your water bottle, that works too. It gets shorter. So you're feeling that stretch all the way down the back of your legs. I'd like you to have your legs a little straighter, not locked back, but so that you feel the stretch going all the way. Mine, I feel all the way down in my heels. Breathing in, breathing out. Let that head loll. I'm going to have you bend your knees and roll all the way back up. Arms up. And we're going to reach to the other side. So we're going to reach to that left side, stretching out the right side. Breathing in. Breathing out. Come on back to center. Alright, we're gonna forward fold into your chair. I'm gonna do something a little bit different here, so I want you to try and feel this. This is gonna be for our IT band, which runs from the knee to the hip or hip to knee, however you wanna think about it. But we're gonna come up, arms down. We're gonna stick our right foot slightly behind our left, right? And then we're gonna do a nice forward fold, right? I'm on my chair. I'm gonna push my hips out to the right side, and I'm gonna rotate my shoulders to the left. Right, so I'm getting a stretch on that hip. You wanna get all the way down to the ground. This is a nice deep stretch on that hip. It's gonna require a little bit of balance, so make sure you use your chair. Again, inhale, exhale, release into that stretch. One more time, inhale, and release into that stretch. And bring yourself back to the middle of your chair, undo your feet, roll your back up. Slowly when you're coming back up, right? Because you've got to get that blood back out of your head so you're not dizzy. Again, be careful if you're not supposed to bend over too far, you know who you are, right? So now I'm going to take my left foot, put it behind my right, other side, forward fold to my chair, shoulders are squared, and I'm going to gently rotate around to that right side, pushing my hips out to the left, getting a stretch on that outside of my hip. Working that balance, getting that nice stretch. Try and relax into that. Back of your legs are getting a little bit, your glutes, your low back, everything's getting that stretch through that hip area. And walk it back to the middle, under your feet, and roll your back up. Something new, a new kind of stretch. All right, I'm moving my chair back over. All right, here we go. We're going to start working the middle part. So we did seated, we did a little bit of standing. Now we're going to work into our more of the working on the chair. I want you to reach on up. Give me that nice long stretch. From here, I want you to try and look up. So if I'm going to look first to the corner of my wall and my ceiling, and then I'm going to reach all the way up and try and look over the top of my head. I'm feeling that stretch on that whole front side, right? The belly muscles are all getting long. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring it down, bring it forward onto your chair. So we're on a forward fold, modified. If you want to go to the ground for that forward fold, that's fine. I'm going to walk my feet back, leaning on my chair that's nice and secure. It may be up against something. And I'm going to start going into my downward dog and pedaling the back of my feet. So I'm working on my calf muscles. I'm going to come all the way up onto my toes, get those feet to stretch. Nice and long muscles. Pushing those heels down to get a nice stretch on the calf. If you're not far enough, if you're not getting enough of the stretch, just be careful where that chair is and how much pressure you're pushing forward. There you go. Now I'm going to shift my hips from my downward dog and push my arms over my hands into my plank. That's so tricky. Keeping that belly in nice and tight. Working that plank, working that breathing, right? Focus on breathing out into that belly, lower belly. In, out. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. I'm going to pick up my right leg and step it into my hands, between my hands, right? Shift my weight to my foot, my front foot, my right foot, and push down. Come on up. We're in a nice crescent position. Both feet are pointed forward. And from here, we're gonna look straight up. Getting that stretch, we're working into balance. Breathing in, breathing out. Arms up. Bring those arms down. Open up that right back foot. And we're into a warrior two pose, right? So the back foot is to the short side of your mat. The right foot's pointed towards the long side of your mat. And I'm gonna have you lower those hips, nice and low. My knee should be tracking right over my toes, so it's not pushing in. You're bringing it out. Nice long lines. Arms are stretched, reaching for that front and back wall. Nice and long. Getting a little bit of stretch on that groin, on that left leg. And we're gonna go into our reverse warrior. Reaching back to the back of your left knee with your left arm. Feeling that front stretch. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Don't let your hips come up. And bring it back to warrior two. We're gonna go all the way through into our triangle. So we're gonna settle our right leg, right arm on our right knee. The hips are staying the same, but I'm getting that straight stretch from the left hand all the way through my left foot. Breathing. There's not a lot of weight. My core is holding me. Breathe. There you go. Come back. We're going to try and straighten out that front leg and reach down as far as you can down that right leg. Now here, we need our chair. That's a possibility, right? So we're here, straightening out that right leg using the chair. So we want a straight line from our right, left hand all the way through our right. Our knees are straight, so we're getting a stretch on our hips and on our chest. Our core is being strong and holding us. So I want to have a light touch on this right hand. I know, this is hard. Breathing in, breathing out. Roll it around. Drop that back heel back. Pulling that foot forward. Both feet are together. Bring us back into our plank. I'm so tricky. Belly in, nice and tight. You're just getting everything today. You got this. Drive those hips up, back into our downward dog. Pedal your feet. And slowly, heel first, right heel first, walk your heels up to your hands. Get in the back of your legs. Right, now we're back into our forward fold. Roll yourself up. All right, I'm giving you a break here. We need some water. We still have that other side to do, so don't worry, we're coming back. Normally we wouldn't do that, break our routine, but I want to make sure everybody's hydrating. All right. We're adjusting, we're bringing our arms back up. Feeling that length. I'm going to turn it around because I'm doing the other side. That'll really mess me up, right? Up, give me that forward fold. Breathing, right? Maybe now you can let that head drop between your hands, if you can do that, if your doctors let you do that. Getting that nice long stretch. If not, you're keeping that head up, right? You know what you can and can't do. Lower back, walk those feet out. Back to your downward dog position. Feeling those feet, pedaling into the ground. Drop those shoulders forward. Into our plank. Nice movement. Nice positions. Bring that left foot up between your hands. Here we go. We're shifting the weight off of your hands on the chair to your front leg. And use use that front leg to power up into that crescent. You've got this. Breathe it in. Look up. Feel that front side stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come around. Open up that right leg. You're back into your warrior two pose. Stretch those arms out. I want you to be nice and long. Feel that stretch through the breastbone out to each finger. Don't let those hips come up. If anything, lower down onto them. You've got this. Good. Now reach back to the back of your right knee and up. So if you're coming up a little bit because you feel unstable, that's fine, but you know you're working down into that front knee, right? You're working down and letting the legs and the core support you. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Roll it around. Support on that knee if you need it. Long triangle, long straight line from that right arm down into that left foot. You're anchoring that foot into the ground. Not a lot of weight on that left leg. Your belly and your core is holding you strong. It's kind of a weird plank position. Breathe. And from here, you can use your chair. We're going to straighten it out into a triangle and make it a straight line from your right arm to your left. Now we're getting more of a stretch on the inside of that right leg. Feel that stretch if you want. You can look up to your hand. That's a more of a balance issue, right? Working it. Breathe in. The chair is there, so you don't go as deep. If you want to go deeper on that stretch, you go all the way into the ground. I know. There's different levels. You do what's right for you. And we're going to bring it all the way around. Find your balance. If you get dizzy, right, step it back. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Push those hips up into downward dog. And heel those feet forward. Picking up your toes. All the way forward into your forward fold. And roll it up. Whew. Nice and tall. Couple those hands together. Give me a nice arch back. Stretching out that front. Breathing in, breathing out. And all the way forward into that forward fold. Walk the feet back. Downward dog. Here we're going to move through it quicker. Downward dog. Into our plank. Right foot forward. Shift the weight to the foot. Push off. Crescent. Breathe in. Breathe out. And slowly look up. See, I lost my balance. Breathe in, breathe out. Open it up, nice and long. Breathe in, breathe out. Track the toes over the front foot. Reach back to reverse warrior. And front to that modified triangle. And this is where you can use your chair. Push that leg to straight. Getting that stretch. You feel it on the inside of your thigh. And roll those shoulders down. Roll the back foot around. We're going to step back. Plank it. Give me 3 breaths here. Deep into the belly on this last one. Downward dog. Walk it up. Big stretch up. Couple of those fingers. Arch back, looking up, opening that chest and the ribs. And forward fold into your chair. Walk it back, downward dog. You're almost there, you got it. Right, feel the back leg stretch. They're starting to get longer. It's getting easier to do this stretch. We're gonna go into our plank, nice and strong. I need 3 breaths here. One more. Pick up that left, step it between your hands, shift your weight to your left leg, come on up, nice and long, breathe in, breathe out, open up the foot, open up the arms, back foot, we're back in our warrior 2 position, long arms, squeeze them straight, long arms, feeling that chest open up, you've got this. Reach back. Reverse warrior. Look up at your hands if you can. If you can't, it'll make you dizzy or lose your balance, then look straight ahead. You're fine. Here we go. We're going to roll it forward. Modified triangle. Feel that straight line from the fingers through to the toes of the back foot. Not a lot of weight. Using your chair. Straighten out that leg, or you can use your shin, or you can use the ground. Pushing that hip back, you're feeling the inside of your thigh stretch. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, then that leg, roll around, roll the back foot forward. We're stepping back with that left foot, plank. Relaxing those shoulders. 2, last one. Walk your feet forward. Roll those shoulders up. And your shoulder blades are in the spine. You've got that good posture, stacking those shoulders right above your hips. All right, you guys, we're looking good. We're gonna walk it down now. If you need your chair, use your chair, but we're gonna breathe in. We're gonna do our nice forward fold. Down to the ground or your chair. So if you're like me and you're down to the ground, we're gonna walk our hands forward. If you're on your chair, you're gonna walk your feet forward. And then when you can, you're gonna get to your plank position. Nice plank. Breathe. If you need to be on your elbows, that's fine. I mean your knees. We're going to walk down to our elbows in our plank, right? Keep those hips in a straight line. I'm going to do a little back work here. We're going to reach up, move your chair out of it, and reach to your hands or your edge of your mat. Come back. Push your toes forward. Come back. Toes forward. 3, 2, and 1. And drop yourself down. Palms next to your chest. Tops of your feet on the ground. And lift your shoulders and your chest off the ground. Give me a nice breath. You're pushing your belly into the mat. As you breathe in, one more breath. And lower that chest down. Here we go. We got this. Arms are coming out into a scarecrow pose. So their elbows are at a 90-degree angle. Tops of your feet are on the ground. Chin's on the ground. Breathe in and lift those shoulder blades up. We're working that upper back. We're working the reverse side of our reverse deltoid. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Drop it down and relax. Whew. Here we go. One more time. We're bringing them up. This time we're working in mobility. So we're going to reach up over your head to Superman. Bring it back down. Reach up to Superman. We're flying. Bring it back down. One more time. Bring it down. Hands next to your chest. left. Oof. Breathe in, breathe out, drop it down. Go ahead and push yourself up to a child's pose position. So big toes together, drop your hips in. Let that lower back stretch. Oh, that feels so good. I'm going to have you walk your hands over to your right side and push out into your left ribs. So you're getting that side stretch again. And then walk your hands over to that left side and push out into your right ribs. Then walk your hands back to the middle. Go ahead and push yourself up. I'm going to have you curl your toes under. So your toes are on the mat, and just settle your hips back into your heels. Get a stretch on the soles of your feet. You guys that are doing lots of walking, you're really feeling that. The feet. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Come to your quadruped position. Got a little core work going here, you guys. Wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Knees are right underneath your hips. We're going to extend our right arm and our left leg. So we're going to shift our weight to the other side and reach out, looking straight down. Your back is in a nice line. Your belly is supporting your lower back. We're going to make it harder. We're going to bring our right arm and our left knee together all the way. They're meeting right under your belly and reaching out. Breathe in, bring the knees in. Breathe out. Push it out. In. Out. One more. In. Out. Hands down. Drop the hips back. Stretch the arms, feeling those. Rock it back up. Got the other side. So our right arm and our left knee are staying on the ground. Keeping the foot nice and straight. Extend out. Feel that belly supporting your back. Feel how well balanced you are. Now bring the elbow in, touch the knee to the elbow, and push it out. Slowly. In, breathe in. Push out, breathe out. In. Out. In. Out. One more. In. And out. Nice long lines. Hold that. And bring it down. Whew. Drop those hips. Stretch the arms. Walk those fingertips out. And let that head drop in between your hands. Stretching those shoulders. Trying to pull the shoulder blades away from the ribs. One more deep breath in. Breathe out, come on up. You want to get a little more stretching in here. So we're going to take that right arm out away from you. I'm going to curl it under, thread the needle, right? As far as you can, drop the shoulder blade into the ground. And you're going to rest on the cheek of your right cheek. And this should be stretching your upper back. If you're not feeling enough of the stretch or you want more, then you can straighten out your left arm. Nice and long. Feel that stretch. Breathe. Breathe. One more time, breathe in, breathe out, bring that left arm in, come back to your quadruped position. Readjust your position, making sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders. You're gonna reach out with that left arm and curl it in all the way through, thread that needle, drop that shoulder into the ground, then drop your cheek, and reach that right arm if you want. If that's too much pressure, then bring the right arm back in. But we're trying to relax into that stretch. You're feeling that shoulder blade pull away from the spine, away from the hips. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Bring that arm back up, let the right arm back up, rotate it around. Whew. Walk yourself up to the top of your mat. Curl those legs under. And we find ourselves in that seated position. I'm going to have you bring your leg, hug your knees in and roll yourself back so that you're stretching that low back. Just go ahead and roll. Breathing in, breathing out. So now I'm going to extend my left leg, right? And I'm going to bring my right knee into my chest, keep it into my chest, grab the outside of my right ankle and rotate that foot in. So we're kind of cradling it in your arms. So we're getting a bit of a stretch on that outside of the hip again. All right, extend that leg, or you can keep it bent. We're going to do a little bit of hip mobility and core. So we're going to make circles with that knee, right? Bring your knee up to your chest, across your body, and then down. But you're keeping your hips as still as you can. So you're feeling that hip bone move in the joint, but the joint itself is not moving. That's hard to do. So if the knee is bent, that's the shorter lever, it's a little easier. If you use that leg straight, it makes it harder. Make only as big a circle as you can, keeping those hips still. It's just a little circle, that's fine. It gets challenging as you get bigger. Right? You have to have the mobility in that hamstring, breathing. Last one. We're going to go the other way now. So it's up, out, then down. And as you get tired, your circles may have to get smaller. Give me 3 more. 2. Last one. Bring that leg into your chest. We're going to get to stretching that hamstring and that hip a little more in a second. We're going to straighten out that right, bring up the left. We're going to hug that knee into your chest to start. And we're going to grab the outside of your ankle and bring it across, stretching the outside of that hip. Extra stretching. And bring that leg back up so the leg is in tabletop or straight, whichever one you feel more comfortable doing. Bring it in, bring it down, bring it out, bring it up. Big circles. So there's a pencil on the bottom of your, on top of your knee or the bottom of your heel making a circle on the ceiling. I think mine look a little more like an egg. Gotta make them look like a circle. Still hips, concentrate on keeping those hips nice and still. 2 more. Last one. And change directions. Belly's nice and stable. Feel the stability in that belly. Feel the stability in the lower back, the lower abs, and in the hips. Keep breathing, you guys. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. 2 more. foot down. Give me a nice long stretch. Arms over the top of your head. Breathing in, breathing out. Go ahead and bring your elbows to your sides. Your feet are flat on the ground. And all we're going to do, push down on your feet, on your heels, and push your hips all the way up. We're going to be in a nice bridge position, so I'm looking for that straight line from my shoulders to my hips to my knees. I'm squeezing my glutes together just for support. Bring those toes up off the ground. This is really good for that lower back, your glute muscles, your balance muscles. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Roll it down. I'm going to use my block, which could be a pillow, it could be anything soft. I'm going to squeeze that block between my knees, because what that's going to do is engage my adductors and make me track my knees right in front of my hips. Sometimes my knees go out, so I want to track that. I want to use those adductors. I want to squeeze those glutes up into that nice straight line. Now I'm going to work back on my breathing. So breathe out with the lower abs. Push out on that belly. And in. Out, belly, breathe in, belly comes out. Breathe out, belly comes in. Big deep breath in. Push those hips up. One more breath. Roll it down. Try to distract you with that breath. How'd I do? Go ahead and bring both those knees into your chest. Give that back a little bit of a break. Good job, you guys. We got some stretching for those hamstrings and we're done. I'm going to have you grab your strap. I'm going to start with my right leg. Put it over my foot. So this is just added extra. We should be nice and loose and limber now because we've already done quite a bit of stretching on those hamstrings. So focus on that breathing. Breathe in, push the belly out. Exhale. Get that leg a little bit closer. Keeping that knee straight. Feel the whole back of your leg. From the hip joint all the way through the back of the knee, into mine is into the calf and even into that heel. One more breath. And bring that leg back so it's not as tight, as flexible. And bring that foot across your body. We're keeping that hip on the ground. We're stretching the outside of your thigh. Don't go any farther than you can. Keep that hip bone on the ground, that back of that hip bone. We did a lot of stretching for that today too. That's a good thing. All right, go ahead and bring up that left leg. Grab that ankle. Using your hand to help stretch, we're opening up that foot. So keep your foot flexed, right? It's still at a 90 degree at the ankle. And let those hips open. We're stretching that adductor. Should stretch from the pubic bone all the way to the inside of that knee. Give it a nice good stretch, relaxed. Yours might be up here, that's fine. Just let gravity do some work here. You're just breathing through the stretch. One more breath. Come on back up. Switch legs. Extend that right leg nice and long. Point those toes to the ceiling. Find the spot where you can start with that knee straight. And if we're just staying there, we're staying there. Each exhalation now, we're bringing that foot a little bit closer. breath. And just hold it where you're feeling like you're getting the biggest stretch in that muscle in the back of your leg. Just hold it there. 3 breaths. So we're going to grab that band in our right hand because we're stretching our left. Bring that leg back to where it's not feeling as strained. And we're going to gently bring it across your body, stretching that IT band. Breathe in, breathe out. Use your breath to relax your body. Relax that leg, grab the band with left hand, so it's left leg, left hand. Bring up that right. Keeping that foot flexed. Drop that leg straight out. So we're getting a nice stretch on that groin on the left side, a little on the right. Work your breathing. One more nice deep breath. And blow it out. Bring that leg up. So here I'm going to have you open up your arms so your arms are out of the way from you. And drop those feet down to the left side and look to your right. We're getting a chest stretch. We're trying to relax that lower back. Perhaps getting an outside of the hip stretch. None of this is forced. We're just letting gravity work. And focus on that deep belly breathing. Breathe in, bring those knees up, head up, drop the knees to the other side, look over to that left arm, work your belly breathing. Bring your head to the middle, your knees up. Give me a minute. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your breathing. Feel your shoulders pushing into your mat. Kind of take an assessment. What's still tight? What do you need to focus on? Stack the shoulders, stack the hips. Use your left arm, push yourself up into that seated position. And let your blood get back to all your body parts. Yeesh. Look at you guys go. Good job. Hello, everyone. How we doing? Are we feeling stretched? A little relaxed?
Oh.
Who's laughing at me?
I want it better.
All right, everybody looks like they're doing well. Hannah, you good?
I'm good.
Okay. Doris, Max, you guys good?
We're good.
All right.
Ron
Peggy?
can do it, I can do it.
Oh my. We're getting competitive. It's only stretching. All right.
For us, that's exciting.
Pardon me, Betty?
I said, for us, that's exciting.
Well, good. We'll try and remember some. I am recording it.